hogweed hassles, what you need to know next time you come across these plants. A piece of history in this Rochester neighborhood closes its doors for good. And don't try this at home, the dangerous trend doctors are urging people to avoid.
You're watching 13 Wham ABC. And this is 13 Wham News at 5:30.
Don't be fooled by these pretty flowers. This poisonous plant can lead to serious injuries, and it's spreading in parts of the state. From painful blisters to third-degree burns and even blindness, giant hogweeds can be very dangerous and very difficult to get rid of.
The DEC is on a mission to eliminate all the hogweed in the state, but as 13 Wham's Rachel Glazer explains, it's a persistent plant that can grow just about anywhere, Rachel.
Yeah, you know, we were out in Lyons today and we met a guy who worked for the DEC to control hogweed, and out at his property, that's where you'll find the largest infestation in the entire state. So even the experts have it. Now, there are a few methods to get rid of hogweed. You can dig up the roots, spray it, or mow it and cover it up with a tarp, but it takes years, and the DEC has been battling this plant for almost a decade now. Last year, crews cleared 500 sites. That's almost a quarter of the confirmed cases in the state. But this is a problem that continues to grow, and the seeds can stay in the soil and keep popping up plants for up to 20 years.
It's definitely in areas where people don't know about it or, you know, haven't had any knowledge of the plant. It can be very bad because you get on a roadside and somebody, like you said, walking down here, it's a pretty flower. You know, you get somebody on the side of the road that goes picking that, or a lot of people get into it weed whacking.
Mowing and cutting the stems actually can spread the poison. The danger is found in the plant's sap, and that happens when it's combined with moisture. It acts like reverse sunscreen. It allows more rays to hit your skin, and it burns like you're sticking your hand into a fire. So you definitely don't want to touch any part of these plants, and we'll tell you what you need to look out for and how to identify these dangerous plants. That's coming up new at 6. In the newsroom, I'm Rachel Glazer.
A bizarre tragedy in Syracuse has claimed the life of a Good Samaritan who had Rochester ties. 28-year-old Brandon Closure was found dead in a sewer line. Police say he had fallen into a manhole while trying to help push a woman's car during flash flooding. His mother tells us Closure spent some years in Rochester and still has family here.
A Sodus man is facing charges after police say he held a woman against her will and robbed her. 38-year-old Cedric Downing is facing robbery, grand larceny, and unlawful imprisonment charges. Wayne County Sheriff's deputies say he forcibly restrained a woman and stole money from her purse in Sodus. He is being held without bail. Police say he has a lengthy criminal history, including several convictions for violent felonies.
An emotional goodbye today for the owner of a store that's been part of Rochester for generations. Hunt's Hardware has been up and running for more than 100 years in the 19th Ward. The owner says the amount of customers have dwindled over the past decade. We stopped by to see the owner pack up today on the hardware store's final office day of being open. You're going to hear from him coming up at 6.
The world is keeping an eye on Greece, whose debt crisis is providing the first major problem for the project of a European Union. Voters there debating a bailout referendum. Rallies for and against the bailout were held in Greece today. A new poll found that the country is split, with about 45% supporting the referendum and 43% opposed. By voting no, Greece risks being kicked out of the European Union. The vote is set for Sunday. Kelsey joins us now with a preview of what's coming up at 6.
Well, Hannah and Jim, at 6, calming nerves during the 4th of July. How local veterinarians are making sure our four-legged friends are prepared for the weekend. Plus, law enforcement stepping up patrols following threats for the 4th of July. And he may be the most patriotic man in Monroe County. Why many flags are better than one. Those stories and so much more coming up on 13 News at 6.
I think that's everyone's favorite story.
I love it.
Yes, it's a great story.
Makes me
Such a great
so
story.
happy.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you, Kelsey. Still ahead, the shortest obituary you've probably ever seen or will see.
Plus, there's a new way of suntanning that has doctors shaking their heads, how social media is playing a role, and a link between alcoholism and eye color, what new research is saying, and how it may impact you.
13 Wham News is brought to you by the Rochester Area Ford Dealers.
Store-wide savings at Stickley Audi & Company. Buy local, buy American. Save up to 45% on Stickley, Sherrill, Bradington Young, and other name brands with interest-free financing available. Fantastic July 4th savings at Stickley Audi & Company, Eastview Mall in Victor.
They give new meaning to the term window shopping. Come see our 2 spectacular showrooms where you'll find countless options for windows and doors. You'll get expert advice and free estimates, all in a relaxed, no-pressure environment. We even have special Sunday hours.
Rochester Colonial, your window and door experts.
We're the experts at saving you money.
You've trusted the Jewelry and Coin Exchange for over 30 years to pay the best prices on gold, silver, antiques, and collectibles.
The Jewelry and Coin Exchange.
Your golden opportunity on West Ridge Road.
Wings, burger, and brew. Friday's Big Three. The Tasty Trinity. Menage a Three. The Trio Magnifico. The Triple Threat. 9 styles of wings like new Korean barbecue. Any of our famous burgers. And a brew. The triumvirate of the table. It's up, it's good, it's 3 on the board for just $12. Looks like you just won the trifecta. Happy Friday.
Store-wide savings at Stickley Audi & Company. Buy local, buy American. Save up to 45% on Stickley, Sherrill, Bradington Young, and other name brands with interest-free financing available. Fantastic July 4th savings at Stickley Audi & Company, Eastview Mall in Victor.
Show off your true colors. It's Raymore and Flanagan's Independence Day sale. Add personality to your rooms. Make your color palette come alive. It's the best time to buy.
Nothing beats new furniture.
We have the best brands at the best prices.
You gotta love their selection.
No interest for 60 months.
Financing. Awesome.
The Independence Day sale on now at Raymore and Flanagan.
Doctors are warning against a new trend that you might have seen cropping up on social media, sunburn art. People use sunscreen to draw designs on their body, then lay out in the sun. Dermatologists say it increases the risk of melanoma and can cause the skin to age at a much faster clip. There could be a genetic link between blue eyes and having a higher risk of being an alcoholic. Researchers at the University of Vermont aren't sure why that's the case, but say the findings could help them better understand the roots of alcoholism and other psychiatric illnesses.
The FDA has approved a drug that could treat cystic fibrosis. Vertex Pharmaceuticals has won approval for a genetic-based medicine that could treat roughly half of cystic fibrosis cases in the U.S. The drug showed significant improvement in lung function during trials. An estimated 30,000 Americans suffer from the life-threatening lung disease. New tonight, talk about efficiency. One man's obituary was just 2 words long. Doug died. That's it. The obit for Doug Legler ran in a North Dakota newspaper. The 87-year-old's daughter says her father had a great sense of humor and that he always said when he died he wanted his obit to be short and sweet.
Can appreciate that.
You don't blame him. I mean, I feel like that gives him more attention by
As
having it
someone
short.
who spent a little time in North Dakota,
You did.
I'm not surprised to see the guy up there would be humble enough to say, you know what, just let it be.
Yeah.
Just let it be. So it's impressive to see.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it. You know, he ended his life the way he wanted to with that message, I guess.
Absolutely. Good for him.
All right, coming up, hitting the waves early on Canandaigua Lake, Doug Embledge makes an attempt to battle the elements. See how he held up next.
But first, here's the view from the HD Wham Cam. Will rain get in the way of your fireworks plans tonight and tomorrow? Kaylee Went has that answer coming up next.
I'm Kelsey Smith in for Don. He may be the most patriotic man in Monroe County. Why this man says many flags are better than one. That's coming up tonight at 6.
York Furniture Gallery. Sale in progress now.
Now that the warm weather's finally here, don't just enjoy the summer, seize the summer in a brand new Toyota. Because right now, you can take advantage of some of our hottest deals on the best cars, trucks, and SUVs Toyota has ever built. Like incredible 0% APR financing for 60 months on 9 of Toyota's most popular models. Which one will you pick? Let Toyota help you seize the summer and make it one you'll never forget. Hurry, this event ends July 6th. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Whoopi Goldberg, and New York is my home. There's no place like it in the world, and no better place to learn about the people who shaped who we are today. Hear about the lives of slaves in colonial New York and about the fight to abolish slavery. Make a stop on the Underground Railroad and visit the home and grave of one of New York's most controversial citizens. A journey in New York is a journey through history. Plan your next trip at iloveny.com/summer. There's something for everyone.
Ben Weitzman is the newly crowned American Metal Market Scrap Company of the Year. Nobody pays higher. Nobody has longer hours. From 1 pound to thousands of pounds. We want it all. Ben Weitzman, the East Coast's largest privately held scrap metal processor, is open 7 days a week for your convenience, paying higher prices than any other scrapyard in the area. In cash. For all scrap metal with honest, accurate weights. So bring your scrap metal to Ben Weitzman of Rochester.
Today we'll get back into some sun already.
We've actually got 2 systems on the scope right now.
So tomorrow, what are you going to be facing? I think you're just moments away from an hour-by-hour forecast to help you plan your day. Trust 13 WHAM News and the Weather Authority.
Fact: the higher the purity of our drinking water, the more hydrated we are. 80% of us are morbidly dehydrated and don't know it. Dehydration leads to weight gain, dry skin, loss of energy, plugged arteries. Anderson can purify the water in your home for less than the cost of bottled water with no more drinking out of plastic. A pitcher or refrigerator filter won't purify. Do your family a favor and call Anderson today.
Tap into Anderson.
Fairport Savings Bank makes it easier than ever to do banking on your time.
When it's time for a new mortgage or refinancing, we'll get the process done stress-free.
Local appraisers, local processing, local decisions.
And their experienced mortgage specialists got us a quick approval.
Get banking and mortgage services done on your time. Call us or click fairportsavingsbank.com.
Now look at that afternoon drive. This is at 590 and 390. Looks pretty empty out there. Usually this view shows us plenty of traffic, but not today. Many enjoying their 3-day weekend with the holiday.
There's nothing more American than water skiing on 4th of July weekend. Well, at least that's what I think, okay? Doug Embledge and I put skis in the water this morning on Canandaigua Lake. Okay, that's me. It was my first time actually making it up on my feet. Oh, yeah. But Doug jumped right in after I was successful to show off his skills. He went in and out of the wake. What a show-off.
I'd like to talk about my great water skiing career, but I haven't had one.
Hey, Jim, if you had to give Doug a score, the anchors want to know, what would you give him?
He was about a 7.5.
Oh, 7.5. Okay, I would have given Doug closer to a 10. He was really good.
Well, you were a first-timer.
I was a first-timer. I stayed right in the wake. I was not going anywhere.
Raise your hand if you were surprised Doug was showing off this morning.
Oh, wait, no.
Nobody would have been
He's watching
surprised.
right now. I know he is. So, I mean, sure, Doug showing off what?
No, that's so unlike him.
So good. He jumped right in. And believe it or not, the water was much warmer than the air this morning. So it was a good time.
All right.
Check that out.
Awesome. Good to see.
Oh, gosh.
I was going to say, Hannah, it was a very cold morning this morning. We almost reached record lows, but right now it's a totally different story across Rochester. You can see on the HD Wham Cam lots of sunshine across the area, just a few lingering clouds, but temperatures in the lower 70s. So we've improved a significant amount since this morning. That dew point at 50 degrees, making for a very comfortable evening. And across the area, all of the weather spotters, reporting temperatures for the most part in the 70s. Right up along the lakeshore, though, in Irondequoit, temperatures at 68 degrees. For the most part, though, a beautiful day across Rochester. And the Ultimate Doppler HD shows you that. We're seeing clean sweeps on the radar. No precip showing up over western New York at all. But if you take a further look to the south, we're seeing lots of moisture. And this is what's going to be bringing some wet weather for the 4th of July for tomorrow morning. And the neighborhood forecast will show you that. See, this starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll see some showers just to the north of Rochester, but right around 10:45 in the morning, we'll start to see those rain showers west of Rochester throughout Genesee, Wyoming County, so Leroy, Wyoming, Kendall, places like that starting out with the rain showers. Now, as we head through the afternoon, we'll see the possibility for some thunderstorms, temperatures rising into the mid-70s tomorrow afternoon, so a pretty nice day, but right around 3 or 4 o'clock, I think evening. Any of those showers will continue to move further east. And we may even see some showers across the Finger Lakes, but for most of western New York, a dry afternoon. Now, here's the Futurecast starting tomorrow evening at 6:30 p.m. You can see some of those showers well south of Rochester throughout Dansville, Hornell, Bath. But for the most part, we're going to be seeing dry weather. Here's 9:30, right when the fireworks shows begin. Clear skies, not even a cloud out there tomorrow evening. So it's going to be a very nice night. Now, heading into Sunday, we'll see some clouds to start out the morning, especially west of Rochester throughout Bristol and Geneseo, Dansville. But for the most part, again, another beautiful July day. So we couldn't have gotten any more lucky as far as a perfect holiday weekend. Now, here's a look at some of the temperatures for the next 7 days. You'll see tomorrow we're still below average at 79 degrees, but as we head through the weekend and midweek next week, temperatures near 90 degrees. So if you're sick of this cooler weather, the warmer weather is on the way, and that summer heat and humidity returns in full force next week. This evening, temperatures at 63 degrees. We'll see some showers and drizzles south of Rochester, but for the most part, a dry evening. Tomorrow morning, 65 to start out. Possible thunderstorms and those rain showers continuing, but as we head through the afternoon, temperatures near 80 degrees. That dry weather returns. We'll see some sunny breaks and then eventually an all sun. Now, if you're headed out tonight, we'll see some evening showers, but for the most part, a very nice night. That water temperature back in the lower 50s, so still chilly in the water, but that air temperature making it feel quite nice. Now, heading through the 7-day, you'll see temperatures back into the lower 80s on Sunday. By Monday, temperatures back in the mid-80s. Tuesday and Wednesday looking great, but by Thursday, we'll see a chance for some more showers in the forecast.
You're going to have fans this weekend because it's going to be a good weekend for the holiday.
I know. Love it.
They like you.
Love it.
All righty. Thanks, Kaylee. Coming up, how not to enjoy fireworks this year, demonstrated by dummies. Matt Malloy has the video from your digital desk.
Good Day Rochester, weekday mornings from 6:30 to 9 on Fox Rochester.
Mark Schiller here for City Mattress, where there's a sale on today.
During the July 4th sale, discover tremendous values on everything you need to sleep, including mattresses, adjustable beds, and bedroom furniture. Save 10 to 20% below the sale prices of our competitors on the best brands. Shop today for exceptional specials and get free delivery. Plus, take advantage of interest-free financing until 2017.
Sleep better and save more during the City Mattress sale, going on now only at City Mattress.
Welcome back. Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orden has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze, and he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles that can be applied topically instead of with surgery or invasive medical techniques. And I finally found it with Derm Exclusive's Fill and Freeze.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. The lines are gone.
Oh my God. Wow. I can't believe it. It looks really good. It gives you a whole new confidence.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $300-400 for this.
I know you're wondering what Derm Exclusive can do for you. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can order it right now and try it for yourself absolutely risk-free. And here's how.
Call now during this special direct-to-consumer offer and you won't pay $120. Today, you can get your own instant results with Fill and Freeze for only $59. But that's not all. Today, we're taking another $20 off, so now you can get this instant wrinkle-removing miracle for the low price of only $39.95. And as part of our 1 million bottle giveaway, Dr. Orden is including a second $60 bottle of Fill and Freeze free. That's nearly $120 of Fill and Freeze for only $39.95. Dr. Orden will even include his MicroPure resurfacing pads, intensive repair serum, and Collagen Lift moisturizer, a $200 value free. Order now and we'll even upgrade your order to express delivery. jewelry. That's a $15 value free. Plus, you even get to try it risk-free for 30 days with our money-back guarantee. But you must call to order. Call 1-800-755-2761. That's 1-800-755-2761. Order now.
Rochester Colonial. He's a proud sponsor of the 13 Wham Weather Line. Call 334-0013 to get the latest forecast anytime from the 13 Wham Weather Authority.
Watch The Insider tonight at 7:30 on 13 Wham ABC.
Do you know your 4th of July facts?
I don't know. Plus, dummies demonstrate the dangers of fireworks. Matt Malloy has it all from the digital desk.
We are about to find out, guys. A 4th of July themed digital desk for you today. We're going to kick it off with a giant American flag made entirely of Legos. Take a look. The flag on display at Washington's National Museum of American History. It is 9.5 feet tall and 14 feet wide, weighing 546 pounds. So how many Legos did it take? More than 100,000 Legos involved in that American flag. Pretty cool stuff there. All right, it is that time of year. A friendly reminder from the Consumer Product Safety Commission on the dangers of fireworks. And all it takes is a few dummies. Here's your first reminder. Don't hold sparklers against your friend's stomach. Not a good idea, right? Also, probably not a great idea to look directly down into a firework that you are shooting off into the air. Seems like pretty common sense stuff, right? But a good reminder nonetheless. Watch. I just watched that over and over again all day, guys. All right, so we are celebrating America's 239th birthday, but how much does the average American know about the 4th of July and our history? We're going to find out. First, a couple quizzes here. A guy in San Diego went around asking questions just like this. So what year did we declare our independence? What country did we declare our independence from? Seems pretty straightforward, right? Just in case you're scratching your head at home, here's your answers. 1776. And Great Britain. So how did people on the street do? Take a listen.
It's the day that we overtook the South. And it's the day that it's our independence. That's why we have the fire.
From the South.
From the South, exactly.
What year was the Declaration of Independence?
Was it 1964? 84?
1984. How many stars on this flag?
50-something.
Say Independence Day. Say when we won our independence.
From?
Those countries.
Those countries.
No!
Yes!
What is happening to society?
All right, so we have a few seconds. Quiz for you guys. This is a tougher question,
no,
actually.
I'm going to get it wrong now. Don't do this.
Which U.S. president was actually born on July 4th?
Okay, oh, that's not fair.
And I'll give you a hint. Initials are CC.
CC. Oh, Calvin Coolidge.
There we go.
That was good.
Nailed it.
Good job.
Good job.
With that, we're going to go to break. We'll be right back with our picture of the day. We win.
Monday morning on Good Day Rochester, with so many recent shark attacks, we'll talk to a shark attack survivor for Discovery's National Shark Week.
Monday on Good Day Rochester. All local, all morning.
Every sofa, love seat, chair, and recliner is made in America and on sale now at Mount Morris Furniture.
We survived the brutal winter. It was the coldest February in history. Imagine if your power went out for a day at 30 degrees below zero. You never have to worry again with an automatic generator from Anderson. They automatically turn on when the power goes out and run on natural gas or propane. No more worries. And there was so much snow this winter that installing them was difficult. So we're overstocked for a very affordable price. Call Anderson today.
Tap into Anderson. Finally a home improvement company that cares.
When you hear the words to that song, it's how we feel about our customers. We do care about the quality you'll receive from our craftsmen, and you'll always receive our personal guarantee.
The 2015 Honda Civic and Accord are the most durable, long-lasting cars in their class, which shouldn't come as a surprise. Because of all the Hondas sold between 1988 and 2012, 75% are still on the road. This 4th of July weekend, see your Rochester area Honda dealer for 0.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers on both Civic and Accord. during the True Blue sales event going on now. For the biggest deals on America's best cars, see a Rochester area Honda dealer today.
My grandmother had this wonderful Stickley dining room set that was then passed down to my mom. I remember so many tastes and smells around that table from my childhood through adulthood. If that table could talk, it would tell our family history. My grandmother always told me when buying furniture to buy the very best, like my Stickley table.
Stickley, made for life.
Next week, the Made in America team is back. From Atlanta, Boston, Dallas, St. Louis, Chicago to the California desert.
Back on the job.
When American jobs are on the line, David Muir is there. On ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir.
Finally, our picture of the day. A fallen classmate was honored at Geneva High School's graduation last week. 12-year-old Brittany Passalacqua was murdered in 2009. She's remembered with a brick outside the Smith Opera House. Students wore bee stickers on their robes in her honor. Another student, Courtney Everhart, was named winner of the Brittany Passalacqua Memorial Scholarship, pictured there with Brittany's grandmother. Great gesture.
Definitely. This is 13 WHAM News at 5:30. 13 WHAM News at 6 begins right now. Here's Kelsey Smith in for Dawn.
Thanks, Hannah. Coming up at 6, on high alert, police agencies and civilians warned over a growing threat of terrorist attacks this holiday weekend. Plus, we're clearing the air over those rules for fireworks, where they can be bought and launched legally. And what's the best way to protect your pets from those loud booms? Some advice from our experts next.
Today at 5 on 13 WHAM News.